8-year-olds to college students. Some parents in between. They're like, oh, my daughter loves you, Ash, you know? And so it's like, give me a chance to show y'all who the real Ash is. If y'all want the real Ash, I will show y'all that. But give me that chance, just like I let y'all in my life. Give me that chance to show y'all and prove to y'all.
Do you have a plan on how to do that? Is there a plan to...
That's what I'm working on right now. That's why I said I'm taking my little time away from social media. Actually, if you aren't subscribed to my YouTube, go to my YouTube and subscribe to that, because that's where I will be making the daily vlogs at.
I see. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's so easy to, like I said, again, I've never been someone who was like pro Ash, anti Ash. It's just like, this is the facts. This is what... And a lot of people are like, you're making things up. I go, no, these are actual words that she said. Or like, these are words that have been said by her or by whoever, you know, you were hanging out with. Because a lot of people, for some reason, I don't know where, and I will say this, and I've said it before, a lot of Cheeseman pages clip things out of context. So a lot of people come and like ask me, like, is this true? And I go, no. Like the one account that was running around saying you were pregnant. And people would be like, is this true? I go, that's a fake account.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's not. And I go, then why did you ask me?
And that's what's crazy is like, if they think, if I ever do come out pregnant again, like, God forbid, because I don't want no more kids, but if I do ever come out pregnant again with like whoever I'm happy with, TikTok is not going to be the first people that I tell.
And they said you were pregnant with who? Playboy Cardi?
Yeah, with his kid. Me and him never even had that kind of contact. So it's like I won't ever just come out and tell TikTok, oh, I'm pregnant, you guys. You know, like, no, TikTok probably won't even find out that I'm pregnant until like I'm already like 5 months or so. Like, I won't ever tell them, especially because I know how they are. They will literally prey on that. So I won't ever tell them that I'm pregnant or I'm not pregnant. I was pregnant last year with Jesse's child, and I did miscarry that one. And they didn't believe me when that happened, but I did have a miscarriage in August of last year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And like, they really did not believe me. And so, you know, even Uncle Fester knew, because I told him, I'm like, I'm not on birth control, nothing like that, you know. But of course, he doesn't want no more kids. I don't want no more kids. So, but I do tell, you know, people, like, I did get pregnant last year with my ex's kid. And yeah, you know, I did miscarry that one. I think it was a sign from God, though, just because me and him weren't together. And that's when he was just being his toxic self and saying he was going to have the CPS at the delivery and this and that. Like, this is when he was literally like stressing me out the most. And I really got depressed again with him. So yeah, I just, when the time is right, if it ever is right, then it is. But if not, then hey, you know what? I have my 2 kids. That's all I need, honestly. I have my 2 kids and my 2 puppies. That's it. That's all I need in life.
Honestly, did not actually think I was gonna get the chance to speak with Ash Trevino tonight. Like, I've been joking about it for a while, and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna interview Ash. So this is a little wild to me that I actually did it. But you know, like I said, I've been watching you for months, which I know you're like, Cheeseman pages are stalkers, you guys. Like, you know, I get that. Sorry, they like the impressions around here. But I was doing an impression of you earlier today, and someone came in and was like hating on me. It's like, sounds to me like you hate Ash a lot more than Bree because you trying to sound like her. And I was like, how does that make sense? I'm like,
they're so weird. I mean, at the end of the day, they don't understand that you have your own platform. You got to do what you got to do. I have mine. And I mean, as much as I don't like the Cheeseman pages, they are the ones who keep our names relevant. To be honest, if y'all didn't cover us, we would be a nobody. Like, I don't even know who anymore, because I mean, I don't know who's on TikTok anymore. I really don't come on TikTok. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, and so, as much as these people don't like me, if I go live on Instagram, they're going to follow me. If I go live on Facebook, they're going to probably follow me. And it's like, do y'all like me or do y'all not like me? Because y'all still watch me no matter where I'm at. Like, there's 524 on Karma's page, and there's 1.5K over here. Like, and I'm sure they're streaming us from other places too. I'm sure if you scroll on TikTok For You page, we're gonna be somewhere else.
Guys, don't clip
Carol
me.
C's
Please.
talking
I
about
didn't
it.
brush my hair before this. I was under a blanket. Please.
No, literally, and I didn't even do nothing today with myself. Like, I took a shower.
I Selena shirt and called it a day. Like, you know. But one thing I will say, and I've said it before, and you can agree, you can disagree. I've always said that you are very well calculated on how to get clipped. I've always said that, and you don't have to agree. You don't have to spill the beans on that right now. But I've always said it, that I go, guys, she knows how to get clipped. Like, she knows what to do. She knows how to act. The whole question, do you still speak to Joelle?
No.
You stole my biggest gifter. I loved that. I
do not talk to Joel anymore. I don't even know if he exists anymore. I don't know where he's at, to be honest. I still do talk to Max. He checks on me every now and then. I still talk to GTA Ray. Of course, Uncle Fester. So I seen a lot of people trying to put me in the Marco thing. Like,
yeah,
that right there had nothing to do with me. He did want to talk to me right before that happened, but I never sent him my number because I just seen how he was changing on. So I literally just kind of stopped talking to him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they were
like,
and they were asking me for my opinion. I go, guys, I don't cover Guzman. I don't even know who Guzman is. I know who Marco is very briefly from, San Antonio, but other than that, I'm like, I don't know who they are. I was like, I just
I did find this video from me and Marco back with D-Bands, and it literally kind of made me sad. Just because the Marco that got arrested is not the Marco that I knew. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I think it's on my other phone.
They said you have 60 phones.
I have 60 phones?
Yeah.
I only have 3, you guys. Oh, I can't find it. It's not on here. Hold on. I feel like an old viejita because I'm over here searching.
Mayra.
Hi, Vince.
Sorry, I'm getting the video right now. Give me 1 second.
Technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for this commercial. Just kidding.
Should I play Come on the floor while we wait?
Dude, yes. I was trying to do that, but my laptop died.
I got you.
Thank you.
There's a whole, I don't know if you know this, but there's a playlist called Songs That I've Heard on Ash Trevino's live streams.
You have your own playlist.
And I play it when I'm impersonating you. It's my favorite thing in the world. Maybe, thank you. Guys, I've always jokingly did it with her, and now I'm actually doing it with her. What a life.
Okay, so this is the video.
We cancel you. I heard you shit and 10 about them whore niggas. Nigga fuck my bitch. I'ma fuck his. Nigga, we cancel you.
So I seen that video and I was just like, bro, that Marco is not the Marco that's in jail right now. And so, it kind of makes me sad because it's like he had his whole life ahead of him, just like the guy that, that happened to. And my prayers are to the victim's family and to Marco and Guzman's as well, because not only did a man, lose his life, but they are in there for that, and it's not, their family's hurting just as much as his is. So my prayers go out to all their families. I don't condone in that at all. And nobody will ever know the true story, only the people that were there and God. So we aren't to judge because we don't know what happened. And like I said, my prayers are to both parts of the families, but Yeah, it's sad because I seen people try to put my name in that, like, oh, it's the Ash Trevino effect. How is that the Ash Trevino effect? Like, I was in Houston when that happened. Like, I wasn't even nowhere near there. I was just as surprised as everybody else was finding out that he had some kind of part in it, if he did, you know? I'm just like, it's sad because it's like, we don't know what really went down. And I just pray that, you know, the family does get justice for whatever happened that day. And again, you know, it's a sad world we live in. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, all I can really say and all, like, I've wanted to say to you, because even today I was joking, like, guys, if I ever interviewed Ash Trevino, like, there's only a few things that I would want to say to her. And I was like, and I don't want it to come from, like, oh, I'm aggressive, like, I need to, you know, like, press her for things, because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't care enough to, like, really do that. And again, this was unprompted. I had no idea this was gonna happen tonight. Like, I was just joking around with Vince, and I was like, bring her in here. And if more than anything, like, I've always just wanted to tell you, like, you know, without social media, you know, you are going to have people who are going to try and be against you. All I can say, like you already said, it was, you know, move in silence and just lock in. Because I, like, honestly, with the whole kick thing, where I'm like, girl, just go get monetized. Girl, just go get, like, do the 30 hours. That, like, break it apart, you know, 5 hours for 6 days, you're good. Like, I would be sitting here, I'm like, just lock in. Because, you know, a lot of people want to come to me and they're like, oh, how do you feel about her, you know, with the Netflix thing? I'm like, if she gets Netflix, if she doesn't, how is that going to affect me at the end?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to pay for a Netflix subscription and then be on here and be, like, bashing everything. Like, I don't, if this may sound rude to you, and that's okay if it does, but, like, I don't care. Do you know? Like, if you do, if you don't, like, whatever you do, that's your life, and it's not going to affect me in any type of way. Because, like, I just do the achievement and I move on with my life. After this, I'm going to get off and, like, probably be like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. You know? But, like, it's just, it's not as deep as people want to make it when it comes to, like, me or, like, the other, you know, I can only speak for myself. But, my only advice to you is, you know, be the mom that you want to be to your girls. You know, make sure you appreciate every moment with them. Do what you need to do and lock in.
Thank you. You know, and honestly, I really appreciate your respect, because not everybody can sit here and give me that respect, and vice versa. You know, nobody's ever really had my respect like that, especially a Cheeseman page. So I do appreciate you for that, and for being a grown woman and talking to me with respect, and not bashing me and saying, well, you're a bad mom, you don't deserve your kids, you know, like everybody else does. So I really do appreciate that, and that is exactly why I gave you this time, because, you know, I've even asked one of my friends, I'm like, ask Carol C if she would like to have a civil sit-down conversation, you know, I wouldn't mind. Now, the two people I won't go live with is Alma Rose and Conspiracy Queen. Why? Because they've already lied on my name. They've already twisted all these stories, and I don't trust them. Mm-hmm. They literally don't care. So it's like, they've bashed my kids. They have talked about them, and I don't believe that they've even talked bad about my dad. Like, if you disrespect my parents or anybody in my family, and then people say I'm jealous of my sister, I love my sister like she's my baby. And if anybody knows, me and my sister have a really good relationship. So, you know. I was
saying the other day too, I was like, because they were like, oh, have you seen her sister? I go, yeah. And I said, she looks a lot like the girls, and I think that's so cute.
Yeah. Like, that's literally my baby. Like, I mean, her kids are my babies too. And they're literally the sons that I never had, you know. And so, and then a lot of people say that I'm jealous of my sister. I'm this, I'm that. No, I'm not. My sister's a beautiful girl. She's young. She's a good mom, you know. Just because my kids aren't with me right now does not make me a bad mom. Like I said, right now is not the good time to be with them. If I could, I would. But right now, I need to get my head straight. Mm-hmm. And I can't be a mom when I can't be good myself, you know. So right now, my kids are taken care of. They're with my parents, and like I said, you just have to come along and watch us and see where we go from here. And Um, you know, it's just, I mean, a lot of people are always going to say something negative, and that's not what I want to put into this world, because we already have an ugly world we live in, you know, and it shouldn't be that way. It should literally be where, you know, I even wanted to, and I wasn't going to say this publicly, but I wanted to literally go to Kerrville where that flood happened. And I wanted to take a truckload of water and like supplies and stuff. But what stopped me from doing that was, I was like, these people are still going to bash me. They're still going to talk about me. It doesn't matter. I can give my last dollar to a homeless person and they're still going to say something negative. So that literally like just changed my mindset. And I'm like, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. Like, no, you know, and it shouldn't be that way. I do have a back to school event coming up that I do want to do a giveaway for. It's actually going to be, I need to find the location, but I want to have like a back to school event where we have people on the grills, like making hot dogs, hamburgers. If you can't afford school supplies for your kids, let me buy that. You know, I'm going to have backpacks filled with stuff. And if people want to donate, they can donate. I don't want no money. If you want to go to Walmart, buy 10 folders and send them to me or bring them to me, do that. I don't want your money. I want to do this for the people that really need it, because there's a lot of people who can't afford stuff for their kids.
You know, my advice would be to do what you wanted to do originally and get the supplies down there to the people in Kerrville, because it's not about what your haters think about you. It's what you know is right in your heart. And if that's what you think is right in your heart, I would just go ahead and do it, especially because there are people in need that need to do that kind of stuff, that need that kind of supplies. I say just do it. And if people are going to sit here and, you know, talk about it and bash it, who cares? It's not about what the haters want. It's about what the people in your hometown need. That's just me being me. That's just me, unsolicited advice as always. But I would say just do it. You don't even have to publicize it. You know, do what you have to do for your town. Do what you have to do for your state. That's advice. I like no one, a lot of people assume this is my only job. I work in education as well. And there are a lot of kids out there that do need school supplies. There are a lot of, you know, kids out there that do need supplies like that. So if that is something that I could help out with, I definitely will as well, because I've worked in education for 8 years. So, you know, if that is something you do, you know, kudos to you, props to you. But I say when it comes to doing things like that, focus on what you know is right and forget about what people are going to talk. You know, I already know people are going to come in here and be like, oh my gosh, she was smooching up to Ash's butt. She was kissing Ash's butt. I don't care. This is how I am. This is how I talk to everybody. I'm not going to sit here and bash her because you want me to sit here and bash her. But I say do what you know is right in your heart. And if people have something bad to say about it, then that tells you more about them than what you are doing for the goodness of your community.
Yeah. And so that's what, you know, I feel too. And so, I mean, like I said, I do have this back to school event coming up, and I'm going to see what Fester thinks, and maybe like this weekend we can get down there and do our thing. But I mean, he's going to donate everything that he's made on TikTok to the HB Foundation or something. And
sorry to cut you off one more time. Do not gift Michon.
No.
Find a charity. TikTok takes 60%. Find a charity. Do not go in there just because he needs a uni to gift people. Go find the charity, because TikTok's going to take 60% of that. Do not do that.
Honestly, I don't trust him, you guys. For y'all that are listening in here, she's correct on that. I gave him $2,500 to get D-Kane out of jail, and that money never even went to D-Kane. I literally have the receipt where I sent his sister through Zelle $2,500 because we were supposed to get D-Kane out that next day. And that money never made it to D-Kane. So do not, if you're going to, like she said, donate to a charity. Donate to something. Take the supplies down there yourself if you can. Do not give it to these TikTok influencers that are fake influencers like Metron. Do not trust that, especially if it's going to their Cash App, because you're just going to be paying their bills, to be honest.
Well, like I said, my issue with it, he goes, we need to go push ranks, guys. If you have a uni, we're donating to this. And I'm like, no.
Oh
And
yeah,
he
see,
can't
I
watch
don't watch him. I don't know what's going on, but I've donated to him for his friend because I thought they were best friends, and the money didn't even go to him. So I basically lost out on $2,500, which, you know, I mean, it's a loss, but you should have done what you said. So now you done bit the hand that fed you. You know, like I'm not gonna donate to him. If anything, I'll take it myself, or I'll donate to a charity like Uncle Fester wants to. So it's like, you know, donate to something like that.
Yeah,
That's actually, yeah.
Gift TikTok influencers who are going to donate your gifts to charity. Find a charity. Do not do that, please. So, I just want to say that out there because I know he's been pushing for ranks and saying, guys, I'm donating all this to the people affected. If you have a uni, now's the time. Just save the money and give it to a charity, please.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just had to say that because it's just, you know, there's one way to go about it. And if he himself was like made a charity or something and did it that way, I would have more respect. But it's like, gift me, put me in ranks and I'm going to donate. I'm like, no. So, I mean, at this moment, I don't know if I have any more questions for you.
Yeah, no, you're good. His phone's actually about to die, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just let you know, like, you got my first interview.
Because
Okay?
I told her you're a big fan, Myra.
Oh, thank you, Vince. I appreciate that. Fan is a little crazy, but I'm like what do they call me? An Ash encyclopedia. That's what I am.
That's encyclopedia.
Ash
Hey, I
encyclopedia.
appreciate you, Myra. I'm gonna hop off. Okay, I need to charge my phone.